Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of the Mortgage Rate Market Reports. I've got a lot to tell you this morning. It's kind of the same old story, though, and I need to keep harping on it because the market is volatile, and I need everyone to be aware of these improvements that we have in rates. Don't stick around forever. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So if you're on the fence with me about potentially locking in a rate, you can kind of start to gain some appreciation of what the market's doing. So this graph more or less shows over the last year what rates have been doing. You can see the last 6 months they've been awesome. But the things I want to point out here are these big drops that we see are typically always followed by a rebound. And the bigger the drop, the bigger the rebound. And we are starting to experience one of those again. So most of January, let me give you a closer in chart here. Most of January we saw rates drop, and I think it lulls us to sleep thinking, hey, rates are going to keep going down. But we've seen them jump up here, particularly in the last few days. Now, the market doesn't always change because of the factors that we are expecting. There was an article in The Economist just yesterday talking about how the bond market typically is infatuated with jobs numbers, right? What's the unemployment rate? How many new jobs were created? Well, they show over the last 10 years since the financial crisis that the bond yields don't move very much based on jobs reports. So the hard data doesn't seem to matter as much. It's more about the unexpected things. So this week rates are going up not because of the State of the Union address or because of the Iowa caucus results or lack thereof. No, it's all revolved around the coronavirus, and most of the second half of January rates were falling out of fear of how big this thing was going to get. Now there's news of potential containment, of vaccines being developed, so the markets are not as panicked as they were. But I do want to remind you here that no matter the reason, whenever we've seen a big drop, we've seen a big jump up. So if you've been following rates, or if I've been following them for you, let's get in touch and get a target set. This orange line was when I made my bold prediction of rates were going to be better in the future. And look, here they have been for most of the month. So I don't want us to get lulled to sleep thinking that they're always going to get better. I don't know how high this jump is going to rebound up, but I do want us to be prepared for when it drops back down that we're ready to lock in a rate. Who knows, maybe based on your circumstances now you're ready to lock in now and you don't want to take the chances of that rebound jumping up higher than where the drop started at the beginning of January. So let's stay in touch. Reach out to me if you want some specific numbers on how it pertains to your particular refinance transaction. Always here to help. All right, we'll be in touch. Bye.